This video looks in detail at the issues with extensions in XBRL. So what we've got here in front of us is a table of the Dow Jones 30 companies, and we're looking here in this table at the extent of extensions. So I've just looked at the income statement and the balance sheet, just the faces. Obviously, there'll be more extensions in other parts of the XBRL, but yeah, just as a starting point, I thought I would look here. And as we can see for the first company, 3M, there is one extension on the income statement, which is not that many because there isn't even any on the balance sheet either. But a slight problem in this, a bit of a biggie, it's research and development. Now, if we want to look at that in more detail, what we can do is to go to the filing itself. We've got 5 filing tabs, and each of those contains all the XBRL data that the company has filed. And that's in as reported format, so it's in the order in which that information was actually filed by the company. So that gives us a great window into exactly what was disclosed by the company in the first place. So yeah, we'll do that, but probably the best way to do that is to go via the search tab, because here you can see which particular companies we've slotted into those 5 filings. So you can see that up here. That's what we start with as standard in the X sheet. You can extend it to add in more filings if you want, but 5 is where we begin. And just down here, I've got a list of the Dow Jones 30 companies with all of their tickers, and a ticker is one way that you can select a company. So yeah, so if we want to get the data for 3M, we just slot the ticker in here, but it's already slotted in, so we don't need to bother in this particular case. We can go straight to the filing in question. Oh, actually, before I leave, I should mention that what it will do, given how we've set the date as the latest, basically, and as the filing type 4, which is basically a 10K, what it will bring down, therefore, every time is the latest 10K for this particular company. Anyway, let's zoom to that first filing. We've got a quick shortcut here that enables us to go straight to it. And if we scroll down, we can immediately see the extension that we are talking about in the income statement. And we can see the amounts involved. And we can see if we scroll down a bit further that that is, in fact, the only one on the face. So that shows us exactly where that information has come from. And if we want to look at it in context, we want to see what impact that might have on our financial analysis, we can go to the Totalize tab. And in this tab, we see the X financials. Now, this is our take on all the numbers that you might want to use or need for doing sort of a general detailed analysis. So headline numbers, but not just that, also any numbers that you may want to make adjustments with. So we have organized this in a fairly classical fashion, balance sheet and income statement a little bit further down. And you will see that these numbers are quite small. And the reason why these numbers are quite small is because we've scaled them right up to billions, and that enables us to very quickly see where the problems are. So, for example, we can see for 3M that, oh yes, I did not mention, what you want to be paying particular attention to is these lovely little green boxes here, because if there is a number in there, that means there's a problem that needs fixing. And obviously the size of it gives you a sense of the scale. So -2, we might go, well, that's not that significant in the context of total assets of 76. Yeah, we can choose to ignore that one if we want. But if we move across to Coca-Cola, we see that we're dealing with a much bigger figure, especially when you're given the fact that its assets are 88. So yeah, it gives you very quickly a sense of whether there is a problem and whether you need to fix it. And in the next video, we will show you exactly how you can very quickly fix these issues so that you can get on with the real business of doing your financial analysis. But in this video, I just want to show you how you get hold of the data in the first place. So we will go back to, I think, our extensions page. and go back to our table and have a look at see if there's any other companies we might want to have a look at. So we could have a look at Boeing, or we could look at Caterpillar, because that's got quite a few extensions. It's got 3 in the income statement and 7 in the balance sheet. So similarly, we can go back to our search tab and see whether it's already in our list, and it's not. So go down our list, see if we can find the particular ticker we want, which is Caterpillar, CAT, and we can just copy that and paste that in to make that our first filing. So to bring down the data, what we need to do is we need to go to the data tab if you're not already on it, as I am, and go to queries and connections, because we use this latest new feature that XBRL have come up with. Not XBRL, I meant Excel. Excel have come up with, which you can use to bring down data from all over the place. And that is their Power Query. I think they've renamed it to, yes, Get and Transform Data. But essentially what's going on underneath is something called a Power Query. And we've created these so that you can grab data from our website, XBRL, and use that in your XBRL analysis. So all we have to do is basically right click on here and press refresh, and it will refresh the data for this particular filing number 1. So it will bring down Caterpillar data instead of data for 3M. So if we go over to that filing now, because it looks like it's done it, we can see that we're now looking, oh, thank you very much, go away. If you go over to the name, you'll see that we're looking at Caterpillar, and the numbers are down here, and as you can see, we've got a lot more extensions to deal with. Now, I was able to do that because I had inserted a token, a valid token, over here in the token box. Now, this is not a normal token. It's one I've set up just specifically for this example. In order to get a valid token, which you can get for free, you need to go to our website, and that will get one of those, and then you can do what I've just done. You can have a look at any of these particular filings, or any other filings you want to that you know the ticker for, and see what impact that has in terms of the number of extensions, and more particularly what impact that might have on your analysis. And as I said, in the next video we will look at how we can fix these issues so that you can get on with the job.